Hello everyone, my name is Bobby and here's 10 things I find really interesting when I first got here. As I'm making this list, I find there's more I want to talk about, so there will be other video about the same topic in the future. Well, after review the footage, I don't really like how the lighting turns out. The sun was on my face and it looks pretty bad for me, so I'm gonna try the inside in the basement and film the video again. Let's do this. Just put it out in front. I'm not really prepared for today's video, so my language might be a little choppy, so hope you understand. It's just a fun video. Okay, let's kick it out with the first one, the sidewalk button. You know, when you go to the sidewalk, the button you press and the light will eventually turn green or white. I think it's white here. Yes, I never seen that before, other than the movie. You know, in China, sidewalk button is not a thing because there's so many people there, and you always, most of the case, people will be using the sidewalk. So I don't think the button is really necessary to tell the light, hey, I'm here, I need to go. No, that's not the case in China, so I think we don't need it in China. Second thing is stop sign. I don't really see stop sign in China. There is stop sign, don't get me wrong, there is stop sign, but I just don't see them that much because I don't think it works that well. Chinese traffic is really different from here. It's a lot crazier. I think that's the case in some big city in the US, but since I'm in Kansas, that's not the case here. I just speak from my experience. Don't get crazy hard on me. Third, the car blinker. When I say car blinker, I mean the turning signal. Like, you know, sometimes you will see the turning signal will be red or yellow or orange. But in China, orange is the only color for turning signal. That's a really interesting thing for me to see because I never seen a red car signal before. I thought, oh, is that car broken or is it intended to be that way? And after some research, I found out it's because of the regulation in China. You have to have a yellow blinker. But here in the United States, that's not the case. And you can mainly see a lot of American manufacturers do that because European also have the rule that you need to have yellow blinker or orange blinker for driver to see it easier than the red one. Number 4, the dryer. When I say dryer, I mean after you washing your clothes, you throw the clothes into the dryer, that dryer. In China, at least where I'm from, the south, that's like no one really use it. We just go to the balcony and hang your wet or your wash clothes on the balcony. For me, that's really the way to go because the sun is free energy. You can use it and you can dry your clothes. It's really helpful, really easy, and save some money because you don't need electricity to run the dryer. So that's why I used to. When I first came here, I thought, how am I gonna survive without hanging my clothes? It's because I'm constantly thinking, okay, I need to wash my own clothes and hang outside. But you never see people hanging clothes outside. It looks, be honest, it looks really ugly. Number 5, well, this one is a really interesting one or shocking one. The people's relationship with animals, or be more specific, people's relationship with pets like dogs and cats. In China, people generally think pets are dirty, even though you give their bath every week. People generally think pets are dirty. For example, if you go to bed, the pets cannot go on your bed, and that might mess up the bed or whatever. You got the idea. People usually don't sleep with their pets, but here people really do, and it's fascinating for me in the beginning to see how close people are to their pets compared to what I see in China. Number 6, amount of carpet I see in people's house. If you go to China and people's house, you generally see hardwood or ceramic tile. That's usually how people's house floor would looks like, ceramic tile or hardwood. You would pretty much never ever see carpet. You might see rug, but carpet, that's a big no-no because I don't know. I never really think a carpet can be something you put on the floor in a house, in a room, whatever. That's just not the case in China. It's really hard to clean, and if you get it dirty, you pretty much need to repair the whole thing, and the dust can build up really quick and you don't know it. However, if you have hardwood or ceramic, it's really easy, just mop the dust off, and if you got it dirty, it generally is easier to clean than carpet. Number 7, amount of people watching sports. Before I came, watching sport is not a thing in my life. In China, people don't really watch sports unless it's like World Cup or Olympics game. It's not a huge like family event, I would say, or you just okay, let's watch NFL game together. People don't do that. Part of the issue is sport is not really involved in students' life because in China, school is more strict. You need to spend a lot of time after school to work on homework and improve and get a better grade, and your parents will be happy, and then you have a better education in the future. That's what people focus on, education rather than sports. So I would say it's just not in people's daily life to watch sports. But in the US, it's different. Students usually go to play sports in club or for school after the school is over. So I think that's where people get an interest of sports from, is from school and during a young age. And that's not the case in China. So we don't really watch sports in China. Number 8, driving age. You can get a license when you're 14? What? Yes, that's my first reaction when I heard people can get a license, like a permit, when they are 14. That's unheard of. Unheard of. I cannot really say that right. Unheard of for me. 18 is when you can go get a driver license in China, and you need to go to school. 3 of the testing, one's riding, 2 of the riding, one's on the road. So you need to go through the school and the testing, 3 of them. When you're 18, when you turn 18, you can go to the school to learn how to drive. But here, you can do it when you're 14. What? I would say the reason behind that is people have more people. I would say the reason behind that is the amount of people in China. And if everyone go get a car can drive, the traffic will be insane. But the public transportation is really good in China compared to the US. Be honest, it's really awesome. Not everyone need to drive to get to places, but like in Kansas, where I'm right now, that's not the case. You need a car to go places. Number 9, amount of ice in the water. Why are you guys so obsessed with ice? In China, people drink hot water on the most cases. Why is that? because the history. The water it wasn't really clean at the time, but people need to drink water, so they boil them to kill all the germs in the water, so that they can have clean water to drink. And when I first came here, you know, the ice maker and the water fountain on the fridge, we don't have that. When I first saw it, I thought, why you guys have a hole on the fridge door? What is that? Why is there? Then I realized it's for ice and water. Oh, you guys drink cold water, huh? And it turns out you guys drink really, really cold water. What in the world? When I go to the restaurant, the water is this amount and the ice is this much. It's like, I'm mainly drinking ice, not water. Give me water. I want water. Alright, the last one, number 10. And this is a weird one. The number 666. I believe all of you guys knows what 666 means, which is the devil number. But in China, that's a completely opposite situation. You say 666 in Chinese is 666, and 6 can mean 6 or awesome, smooth in Chinese. They are two different words, but they sound exactly the same. People in China will say 666 a lot of the time because they say something awesome, someone did a really awesome job. People will say 666 means wow, you are really good at it. I'm a little jealous. But the easier way to present that word is use number 6, which have the same sound. And here comes my problem. I put 666 in my email address before I came here. If you ask me why, well, as I say, 666 in Chinese means things will go well, awesome. So I put it in my email address, hoping that my time in the US will be awesome and smooth, not a lot of trouble. That's what I saw before I make the email address. But now every time I give people an email address, I say, okay, so I made this before I came here. It's nothing to do with the devil, but it's in there. I probably won't change it. I probably will change it. Who knows? I'm already in the game. Well, that's the 10th thing I found really interesting when I first got here. And thank you for watching. See you the next week.